Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CMTrading. Today is March 16, 2015, and today is Monday. So looking at the economic calendar for today, just one major number at 8:45 South African time. ECB President Mario Draghi speaking later this evening. So hopefully he'll say something that's actually going to help the ailing euro. It's at 105, 192. And we're right there. I mean, this is a big bar. Okay, this is the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 months in a row, and we're all red. Okay, it's enough already. I think it's time that he did something to try and change the economy. Now, a weaker euro is a double-edged sword. I mean, in one way, it's a benefit to the euro because it makes their products much cheaper, but in another way, it makes it a little bit more difficult because it's more expensive for them to show any sort of profits, and when they are showing converting their dollars into euros, they're getting less bang for their euro. So having a weaker currency is not always the worst thing, but generally not very favorable. I mean, if it was somewhere in the middle of 117, I think it would be much more conducive to their economy. But as we said, we are getting to a point of previous support, somewhat of a resistance level around this level of 105. Keep an eye on it, okay? There's nothing else I can say. It's a falling knife, and it can continue falling down to 0.85. So I would really keep an eye on this today, especially when he's going to be speaking. Looking at the GBP USD, we're back down to our below the 50 level, the 150 level. That's a major number for the GBP. Big sell-off last week, as you can see here, altogether. So again, you know, it's catching a falling knife. How further can it go down? It can go down further, absolutely. But there's a little bit of a support here at 147. So if it is consolidating, if it does consolidate a little bit, maybe you would expect a little bit of a bounce. But I'd also keep this on the radar. Looking at gold, gold really gotten beat him up, trading at 1161, kind of forming a wedge formation here and breaking out a little bit. Let's see if it can break above this 161 level and back into the 1200, testing the 1200 level again. It's a little bit of a consolidation here at 1150, but keep an eye on it. If it does, break it through. Looking at the Dow Jones. Now, remember I said it's going to be a very volatile couple of months, March and April, and indeed that's what we're seeing here. Big drawdowns, and then, you know, big rallies, and then big tankage, and then big rallies, and so on and so forth. So, I mean, I'd really keep this on the radar. Maybe not Monday and Tuesday, but following into the week, we are heading into the first quarter, and there's a lot of companies that are coming out with their company profile for the first quarter of the year. So it is a pivotal moment for the Dow Jones, especially since we tested our highs. Looking at oil, we're back down to 44. Those who took advantage of this 52, 53 level short, good for you. This was a consolidation, and I did say, you know, if you find yourself shorting the top of the range, you're doing well for yourself, and boom, we broke this lower level of 47. We're back down to the lows of $44 a barrel. So, you know, people at the pump are really enjoying this time and taking advantage of the lower oil. Looking at the USD ZAR, furthermore, we traded all the way up to 1250. Now we're at 1241. So it is still trading. I'd still buy the dollar versus the rand. Okay, the rand is still very weak. So I would, you know, look for entry points maybe at about 1238 to get a little bit heavier. If it does dip below 1240, I'd look to start buying it a little bit in anticipation that it's going to bounce. This is Fred Razak at CMTrading. I want to wish you all a good trading.